I don't get it. I don't understand it. I really don't. I really don't understand it at all. Our president, I'm gonna say it, is a joke. He's a literal joke. Calling everyone who does riots and the peaceful protesters in one area like they're terrorists. People want justice. Defund the police. Police, this is a bad idea. Like there's no corrupt person out there who's in law enforcement or apparently presidency now. Breonna Taylor shot in her house. Oh, apparently she was a danger to the threat of an officer armed and with the vest with protection on. 3 people in there. 2 black dudes. One dies. The other one gets shot just recently, just shot and paralyzed. I hear from maybe he deserved it. The fuck? For what? The virus. I don't want to wear a mask. To hell with that. I won't wear a mask. It's impeding my right as an American. If I cough on somebody, they get sick and die, go on ahead. Let them die. Not my problem. Shit, I do what I want. A family. 2 teenage boys, a little girl in a basket. Only person wearing a mask is the mother. Father, walk around whatever the heck he wants. 2 boys run around without any supervision at all. Screw that. What the fuck is wrong with you people? It's like out of sight, out of mind has become the new law in America. I don't get it. There's no integrity, at least not enough that I can see, that I believe in second chances. I really do. But when the president just apparently the virus affects nobody. Downplay the virus. Don't wear a mask. Getting in fights with mayors of cities because they need to wear a mask. Oh, all the blue states are getting sick. Doesn't matter to me. Since when did it become blue and red states? What happened to just America? What happened to just fucking America? Oh, I know. America was founded because people split off from Britain and then took over the country. But there were Americans here before. You told me they didn't have war? They didn't have slavery? Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of at all. They didn't, take African people from their continent and bring them over to America. And then piss on them for the next couple hundred years. Because apparently, we're the ones at fault. Cops. Oh no, African American, Mexican, Asian, anyone like that at all. Civilians. They're terrible. They're terrible people. You know why? Because apparently they're the ones who have trouble leaving this country. The fuck are you from? You're from fucking Britain. English. Seriously, a man can't even put Black Lives Matter on his own property without someone coming up to him and saying that's not his property. You know how many times I got looked at as a cop when I was a kid? Walking home from Walmart, truck following me. Walking home from school, cop calling out me, say, "Hey, what's your name?" People on fucking internet saying, "Hey, the military shouldn't promote their stuff on Twitch because that's terrible, that's disgusting, that's distasteful." I'm sorry. Did anyone in your family die in the military before? Did they go serve their country? Anyone who died outside the family? No, screw them. fuck them for wanting to help people continue to fight. Oh, it's egregious. Children shouldn't be doing that. Only for adults. I went in the military straight out of high school, 18. Not because, oh, I thought it's the right thing to do. Oh, wait, I just do that because, I don't know, maybe I'll be cool, get guns and stuff, kill people for fun. You want to know why I joined the military? As a 7th grader, I made a terrible mistake. And I remember it vividly. 7th grade. It was the 2007, 2008, whichever, 2006-7 anniversary of we were learning about the Twin Towers. Now that happened when I was in 2nd grade. So as a kid, I didn't really know what was going on. But 7th grade, I watched it. And you know what? I made fun of it. You know what I said? You know what I fucking said? Because I was an idiot teenager kid, whatever the fuck I was. I said to Miss Wisby, my 7th grade teacher, in surprise school, 7th grade, after we had just watched a recording of 9/11 in remembrance. You know what I said? I said, hey, do you think the terrorists planned that? With the 2 1s being 11, you know? And September being timber as a fallen? You know how much of a fucking moron I was? I possibly still am. But I joined the military to make up for what I've done. I have insulted not only the first responders, but the people who have died in that building. I've insulted everyone who's fought for freedom in America. I've insulted the people whose families have been lost, loved ones, all those. Sure, me doing the military couldn't fix what I've done, but I knew I had to do something to make right. And I chose to serve my country. Turns out dumb shit happens anyways. I wasn't strong enough for the military. I really wasn't. It took me till I'm 26 right now to realize the world doesn't revolve around me. 26. 26 years old. Between that time, thankfully, my stupid ass father was kicked out. So screw him. Oh, you gotta tell them the kids to trust me, you know? You gotta tell your kids to trust me. Mom not gonna do that. You lost that yourself, you dumbass. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm still learning. You're still the same bitch person you were when I was in 4th grade and you beat me up for getting an F. How you grabbed Justin and took him to the room because he didn't do prayer right. How you kept Mama from Christmas with us in the morning because you want to smoke. Even to this day, you're seeing another woman because you don't like how your wife treats you. She doesn't listen to you at all. She's your own person. Fuck you. Seriously, fuck you. No one's perfect. At least not in this world anymore. No one's perfect. But I believe in second chances. And do you know how many times I've asked God to forgive me for the things I've done? For the things I've committed? You know, I caught the flu. I thought it was the virus. A month or 2 ago. I don't remember. I thought I caught the virus. My dumb ass thought maybe if I stay quiet, you know, I'll just go ahead and, you know, just keep living like normal. But then it hit me. What if I got my family sick? My sister, the kids that come over. What if I got them sick? No, I couldn't have it. I didn't want that at all. That was not, no. So I asked my mom, I had a mask on, gloves, went to my mom and said, hey, I need to test for the virus. Got tested for the virus. Turns out it was the flu. But that week was so terrible and unbearable. It was awful. I don't think I've ever had the flu before, but if the virus is worse than this, then people, wear your fucking mask. Well, I don't want to wear it because it impedes my breathing. Then keep an oxygen tank with you, motherfucker. You're telling me you can't wear a mask for what? Half an hour in the store? Maybe 15 minutes for the store? Oh, no, that's too much for you? Take it off your car then, man. Cough all the fuck you want in the car. Drink some water before you go out, goddammit. Seriously. The America that literally helped me shape the way that I am now is impossible. Is impossible. I may have been a dumbass in 7th grade, but that doesn't mean I was a dumbass all the way up until 26 years old. I may have fucking realized that people are stupid, ignorant, selfish people. And they ain't gonna tell me I'm an idiot if I have my own. No, fuck, it's not an opinion, it's a fact. It's a fact. You people that are just going out there, don't give a damn about anybody else, only yourself. Fuck you. You're an idiot, that's a fact. Our president saying, oh, the virus really doesn't affect anybody, doesn't affect nobody. I watched a video of a nurse talking about how people should wear their mask. Because she's tired of breaking people's ribs trying to bring them back to life. It has hurt her so hard that she feels like she shouldn't go home and hang with her kids when it's her time off. It's become so sad and toxic for her just to go home because she knows that if she feels like if she does go home, that she might not be able to save a life. That's how bad it is. That was just recently. You people are telling me you can't wear a mask, stay 6 feet apart, not be an asshole in the store, fucking respect your neighbors. You tell me you can't do that because you're a fucking American, right? Is your fucking American right to go ahead and kill people? If I took a knife, put it to your goddamn neck, stab it through you and say, it's my fucking American right. You can't do that, sir. I have rights, laws. So do everybody else. The world doesn't revolve around you. See all this shit? All this shit. All this. All of this shit. All this shit. All this shit. All this. Games, movies, DVDs, couches, TVs, all that shit. Blankets and beds. I will give all this up. I will trade places with anybody who needs it. Don't believe me? April, I walked out the fucking house. I was gonna go on a fucking 40-day walk. In the sun. No money, just clothes on my back. All that. If my mom and my social worker did not bring me back, I guarantee I would have been fucking gone. But I have the love of my family. The care of the people. I have trust, belief in God. I don't know if he's on my side, but he's done pretty well to help not just my family, but for us to aid others. You're telling me you can't stop smoking while your child's at home. You're telling me you won't put on a mask to be a fucking example to them. You can't treat your neighbors right? You can't treat anybody right? Because it's your fucking American right? Well, fuck you. I'm an African American man. I made it through basic and AIT. I chose to serve my country. You, who sit there complaining online, getting in people's faces because apparently they walked in your way for a second, bitching and moaning because apparently your job's too hard for you, because you're the one who don't want to work at home or drive far away. People in hospitals, literally, are dying. They're not numbers on a freaking chart. These are people. Every life lost is terrible. Now, I don't know if the virus came out of Wuhan or America or freaking Australia. But this is something that we have to come together to fight. Don't make up excuses about the virus being healed pretty much in a couple months. I don't know if it takes years. But if we keep fighting each other, I guarantee you we'll die faster before the virus kills any of us. I don't know what everyone goes through in their life. But if you have a friend, a loved one, a family member, anybody, just anybody that you care about in your life that you don't want to see hurt, and you would do anything for them, why can't the same be said for your neighbors, for a stranger? We are God's hands and feet, his eyes, his ears, his mouth, voice, everything, the body. We are everywhere on this planet. But not even a percentage of people in America that's greater than the sum of all the stupidity, anger, and hate can scream louder than people who carry guns, knives, drugs, anything. You know what? I would take a bullet for you. I'll take a bullet for my family. My brother's wife, who's had a baby with another man while he's in the military still. I'll take a bullet for my bitch ass father. I would take a bullet for anyone. Even for people I don't know. Why? Because life is precious to me. It really is. I know I fucked up a couple times. But you know what? I'm paying for my mistakes. I'm paying for what's happened. No one's perfect anymore in this world. But you know what? We can all be perfect to each other. Be there for a friend. Be there for your mother or father, sister or brother, nephew, cousin, niece, grandpa, aunt and uncle, anybody. Maybe a neighbor outside, maybe you're passing by a stranger. Tell them hi, have a good day. Tell them, hey, how's it going? Day's looking up. Well, look, we're always into winter. It's about to be cold. Oh, look, we're about to have food at our house. Oh, hey, look, we just bought some blankets, some more beds for the new kids coming over, or a friend who's going to stay over at the house. But it's gotten so loud, so much. We can't even say that to each other no more. I can't go to a store without people passing by, without looking at a word. And if we say hi, they say, fuck you. Get out of my way. You're invading my private time right now. Read the Bible. Read the Bible. Oh, it's not part of history. Oh, they've rewritten it so many times. I don't care. Pick the New International Version, King James Version. Find the Ark of the Covenant and read the Ten Commandments. I don't care. Talk to God by yourself. If you're willing to give up because it's not your private time to help somebody, it's not a fucking clock in, clock out. It's not a fucking, I gotta get this done by a certain day. It's not a fucking, I'll help out 100 people, there's my good deed. You're living on this earth for how many years possible? Be an example to the future generations. Let the people who do pass from this world, let them know the world's gonna be better for those who are still here or coming up. Don't let them leave feeling that their life meant nothing. I'm just sick of it. I really am. The world is rotten, people. The world is rotten. Y'all can see what I see? I see a world that's turning blacker. It's so dark we can't look in the mirror at ourselves anymore. But see what we can change about ourselves, to see what we can help others do. But everyone's too scared to get help. Everyone's too scared to, reach out to have someone pull them up. When I was a kid, I wanted to go into space. I had this Lego book from kindergarten, this space Lego book. I pretty much went up into. I wanted to go into space. And my mom bought me these space toys and stuff, but I can't do math. I suck at math. I didn't even pass second algebra. I had to do a how to buy a car as like a one of those slideshow things, to just to pass my math as a senior. During that time, I've learned to take down notes of movies, behind the scenes, commentaries, all that stuff. I wanted to become a movie producer. The military mind was still within me. I went to JROTC. I did. Saw Lord of the Rings for the first time. Loved that. The Hobbit, loved it. Then read the books. Not the third movie that much, but it was still enjoyable. Watched Dragon Ball Z. Got the mangas and stuff. Of course, Transformers. Can't forget that stuff. I love Transformers. After first military, I figured I couldn't go to space, so what else would I do but stay in the house and laze around all day? Movies, TVs, all this other stuff out here, just playing games and stuff. But who was I helping other than myself with all that stuff? I'm not joking. It literally took me until what? March? Maybe April? Or yeah, pretty much after April to realize that I need to work on myself first before I can help others. I couldn't just jump on a bike and just say, all right, let me get it going and try to find and put the keys in. It's a bicycle, so these steps people have to take. They have to learn. They got to put effort for it. A passion towards what you want to do. I know the world requires you to be a certain way. You got to be a certain age to drive, or get a job, or have a certain title behind your name, or some kind of respect. I watched a kid. I remember what was. I think it was Jimmy Kimmel. I don't remember. But this kid knew every single country and state in the whole world. He even tested this kid on this one state or country. I remember what it was. That was actually divided into 4 states at first. This kid knew it. He didn't learn no more than like what? Maybe 6, 7. He knew all that stuff. Shoot. When I was a kid, I didn't give a damn if I watched a boy or a girl show. Wings Club, Powerpuff Girls, Totally Spies, My Little Pony. It wouldn't matter what it was. But I still had my cool stuff too. Like I said, Dragon Ball Z, or my first time playing Metal Gear, Transformers, all that stuff. All of Toonami things. Cartoon Networks of Codename Kids Next Door. Forgetting Foxbox with Kirby. Jetix. You remember Jetix? Used to come on afternoon all the time before I went to school. Loved it. But after realizing how, focusing on myself, I wasn't really focusing on others. So what I did was I decided to run away from it all. Just self-search. When I went on that walk, I don't think I made it 3 hours before, Mama and my social worker, Antonio, had, gotten me out of there. Back in a nice cold car, driving down the street. But as I was walking, I didn't know where the road ended at. So it turns out that when the road ended was by a church that we passed by. That's to be there picking me up. I was so close to the church. If I just walked for another 10, maybe 15 minutes, but I got picked up, stopped. Now my thought was I gave up too fast. I could do with a lot of stuff. Cleaning my room, cleaning the bathroom, cleaning other stuff, cleaning myself, washing things. I thought I just gave up too fast. And then I thought, maybe that wasn't the place for me to go yet. I didn't know there was church down there. If it was new, I probably forgot about it, but that wasn't a place for me to go yet, you know? You know, Jesus came not for those who are perfect, but for the sinners, people who knew that they sinned and wanted, you know, redemption, eternal life, you know, a place of peace when they pass. You know, and I believe that wholeheartedly. But I didn't really take it into practice until after I got back from that walk, from that, you know, walkway or runaway, whatever you call it. I realized that just running away to another place or it's while roaming around is not gonna help me go anywhere, especially if I'm lost. But my mother was willing to drive out there and follow me out in that heat as I was walking. She followed me the whole way, pretty much the whole way. I just kept walking. My mind screaming it back and forth. Get in the car with your mom. Get in the car with your mom. It was tearing me apart. But as we were driving back, I called myself a failure for stopping and not keep going down the road. It stuck me for a while. My mindset was I knew everything I needed to know about how to be a good person, so why didn't you read more about the Bible? You know, I was arrogant. You know, I was selfish, dickish, still am sometimes. You know, I was ashamed because I was bisexual and all that stuff. You know, I got mad at people for no reason. I overblown things. I took everything, I guess, too seriously, if that's even possible. So, what I did then was I decided to just stop everything and just sit down and think. The voice of reason, who's been pretty much there my entire life, has been my mother, you know. The example I wanted to set for my sister, the person I wanted to be was my brother. Even my little brother, even though I didn't like him, I was jealous because he got married, has kids. You know, I didn't like my little brother for so much that I figured that when he did have children, that I would not like his children because I didn't like him. You know, I had this anger, this guilt, these grudges, all these things. You know, it wasn't helping me and it wasn't helping anybody else. You know, I could complain about how other people are, but if I can't, you know, I'm not going to go up to someone's face and choke them to say, hey, change, or this is going to kill you, because that's not going to help anybody. If anything, it make them more panicked and afraid. But if you just stop for a second, reflect on everything you've done, and I mean everything, from your childhood that you can remember all the way up to where you are now. Do you have any happy memories? Was there anything there that kept you going forward? Anything at all? For me, it was the last week of AIT for the PT test before. If I passed it, then I would go back home because it's National Guard Army. So I was trying to pass PT test, but since it was AIT, you know, military basic, you know, they strip you down, all that other stuff. But, you know, I finally got a chance to have donuts again. I got donuts. These powdered donuts that make my poop green. So I had it, yeah. But I love that stuff. I got Papa John's and meat lovers, all those things. You know, I kept gaining weight and running slower. So about 2 weeks, so it was the week before or whatever it was before the race, not the race, but the, you know, the test, the PT test. And I sort of you know, was scared because I felt I wasn't going to pass it all. And then I was running slower. Everybody was going ahead of me and stuff. There's some people who were behind me. There's a girl who was a smoker, so she was going slow. But I assumed she wouldn't pass. So When I was running on my last lap, or my last two laps, whatever it was, I was like, man, I'm not gonna pass. I'm going too slow. So I thought about, I've been gone for a long time. I want to see my sister again. I want to see their faces rather than just in pictures. Rather than just hearing their voice once they come out of their mouth. It was cool. It was like something clicked in me. That sense of like I want to say a drive, whatever it was. I dug deep. I didn't care if my stomach hurted or if I was going too slow. I knew if I didn't go fast enough, there's a good chance I'm not gonna see him for another long time. So I booked it. Ran. Of course, being chubby couldn't go that fast, but I still ran like heck. It was literally a moment of, I guess, not really redemption, but a renewal of passion. A reason to why I joined. It wasn't. I knew it was because I made that comment about, when I was in seventh grade about people who died and that stuff in 9/11. But there's more than that. It was, I guess, a chance to renew myself, renew everything. Wasn't really, but a trial of fire because my legs are burning. So, but yeah, I had trial of fire. So I dug deep, just kept running. Finished my last two laps faster than I believe I ever did the other ones. But when I finally got that call, I knew that was already past the moment. What was it? Let's see, you're running 2 miles. So what was it? 15:55. Yeah, 50:55 at the time. So when I had finished it, where they're calling out numbers. My number was called out, and it was 15:55. I didn't remember the number. I remember it was somewhere to a lot of five, so 50:55. And I was like, oh man! And then the instructor, I don't know if she was being gentle on me or they were just being like, okay, you passed, or they're just being official and stuff. But I guess because I didn't go that 1 second over the 15:55, I made it. So I just jumped up for joy, yelled yes, and just had happiest time ever. I was gonna go home, see my family, all that stuff. But some other things popped in my mind as well, which, yeah, other things popped in my mind as well. It was actually Christina White. She was this girl I knew in school from 6th grade, as far as I can tell, up to high school. I know I hadn't been best friend to her or even a friend at all, as far as I can tell. But I did harbor this passion for her. It could have been love, but it was more of like, I guess, idolizement, that became love, but not real love. It wasn't sexual love either. It was just like, for those of you who have played Metal Gear Solid 3, think of like this, the Snake and Boss thing type deal, if that makes sense.